Hey local athletes, this is Coach Lauren here just to give you a couple tips on the handstands. So I've seen some of the comments asking for a little bit of tips on some movements for beginners. So we're going to look at getting into a handstand, some adaptations that we can use to help us get to that upright handstand position, because having the blood rush to your head sometimes feels a little weird. So we want to work into that. That way we can eventually progress to doing our handstand push-ups. So we need a good solid handstand before we get our handstand push-ups. So we're going to take a look at that today. So let's look at some things to stretch with. So I have a household mop here, and I also have a towel. It's important to stretch before you do any type of handstand activity because you want to get those shoulders nice and warm. Everyone has a towel at home. For the towel, you just want to roll it a little bit, get a good grasp, and this is going to be equivalent to our PVC pipe for those pass-throughs. You still want to be pushing away from the body for the pass-throughs, but with the towel, you're going to make sure you hold that nice and taut. You can also do the around the worlds with the towel. It's just going to have a little more give in your wrist mobility when you're doing both of those exercises. If you have a mop or a broom, most people don't know this, but you can actually unscrew the handle from the mop or broom, creating a perfect PVC pipe. So now we can really do those pass-throughs and those around the worlds. So you want to make sure that you have the shoulders nice and open, nice and warmed up before you do any of these shoulder exercises. So grab your friendly mop or broom and get to work. So now we're going to look at getting from our push-up position on the floor to our handstand position. So first things first, make sure that you have a sturdy door that is either locked or no one is going to come in or come through, so that would knock you over. This is a nice sturdy door. I would recommend using a metal door, like one for your access to the outside, or even using a brick wall outside. Make sure you have your shoes on for that one because you don't want to mess your feet up. So we're going to start down in our plank position. So we'll go ahead and get in our plank. From here, we're going to start walking our feet up the wall. As we do that, we're also walking our hands towards the wall. Our goal is to get our nose to the wall and point the toes. Now once we get to this position, we're going to be able to lower ourselves back down. Remember, you always have control with your hands. And don't slide your feet completely down the wall on their tops. Go ahead and flip those over and use them like you're climbing the wall backwards. Come back down, and then you're all good. So we're gonna do a couple of those, maybe 3 sets or so of about 3 wall walks just to begin with. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of safety features. I just have a towel folded up a couple ways here. If you have carpet, you want to be practicing your handstands on carpet if you are new to them. If you have carpet and you want a little bit of cushion for your head just in case, fold up a towel and place that on the floor as your ab mat or mini crash pad, if you will. So when you are in that handstand, if you're not too comfortable with it yet, what you need to know is how to bail. What we don't want is to get halfway up the wall and then realize our arms can't hold us anymore and just crumble straight to the ground. Don't want that. Make sure you trust your arms, trust your legs. Go about this in a slow process. If you don't feel that you can make it all the way up the wall, stop halfway. I'll show you how that looks. So we'll start walking, and maybe we get to here and that's enough. Go ahead, bring those legs down just a little bit so that our hands are over our shoulders. They're very in line. This is going to simulate a handstand, and this is good enough. If you can't get all the way to the wall, you can stop here. Make sure you're walking back down, putting the feet on the ground. Other ways, if you are upside down already and you don't remember how to get back out, use your legs and go to the side. So you'll cartwheel over to the side once your feet are in the air, catching yourself. Just try not to crash on your head. That's not what we want. So remember to keep it safe, warm up, stretch really good for this exercise, and post your comments below and let me know how the handstand practice is going. Have a good week, y'all. It's important to know the bail. If you need to bail, come off the side and don't kick the other door.